Well, there and here on my left, just a book was just published yesterday. Right, and she has selected from the phone of the desk to recite today. So,
good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. This is my debut collection. I've been a poet for about 10 years, and I've published in magazines in the UK and the USA and worldwide. I'm also currently the editor of a magazine as well, so I do other things. I run creative writing groups for teenagers as well as working as a teaching assistant and an English teacher. So this is my debut collection. This is called the Model Archaeologist, and the reason why is because this used to be my career before I became an English teacher and started to work in secondary schools. I used to work as an archaeologist. And I also, when I was paying my fees, because as you know, university is very expensive, I worked as a part-time model, and that helped me to pay the fees. So those are two very, very different jobs. And so this collection looks at the stereotypes associated with jobs that are either male or jobs that are either female, and how you can really be anything you want to be if you put your mind to it. So I'd like to read to you a poem then, the first one in the collection, which is called A Model Archaeologist, just the same as on the title. My tutor and my classmates said I was the glamour girl of archaeology when a modelling photo of me appeared in the Belfast Telegraph with a blurb below. I told them it was a fun job to do that helped to pay my university fees. I suppose I'm the Gertrude Bell type, not just a pretty face. I can swing my 5-pound mattock all day and shovel the dirt in my trench. No problem. I'll happily be a Jill of all trades. I'll be a model, an archaeologist. Tough. I'll be me.
thank you.
Thank you. This next one, this one is called Warfare, because obviously studying archaeology and thinking about the past, there's a lot of swords and daggers. So this poem is called Warfare. I've never been much impressed by swords and daggers, bows and arrows, when I go to a museum. And to be honest, I didn't give it much thought until a guest brought crossbows and longbows into a tutorial. I can't speak for all women, but I wondered if it was a girl thing not to care too much for warfare, though I admit I was surprised to find out that longbows are actually much more deadly than crossbows and shoot much further. I guess it makes sense that a crossbow shoots faster at closer range and more powerfully, but longbows were more deadly in a war, piercing shields, tearing through armour like paper. And I was shocked to find out that the Amazon women, who were trained to use bows from birth, cut off one breast so that they could perfect their aim by pulling their arm back across a flat chest. It really just goes to show I can't speak for women at all. Thank you. And I'll just read one last one then quickly, which is called Impressions of an Archaeologist. You look too pretty to be an archaeologist, and aren't you too young? Do you find gold? Do you have Indiana Jones as your ringtone? Do you watch Time Scene? Do you dig in Egypt? How many dinosaur bones have you found? Isn't it fun to design your own building?